America's beverage companies are investing in America. We're American companies, making American products with American workers in America's hometowns. We're local bottlers and manufacturers, operating in all 50 states, employing more than 275,000 Americans in good-paying jobs, delivering for the nation, because we believe in the promise of America and the people who make it great. Learn more at WeDeliverForAmerica.org. Paid for by the American Beverage Association.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
Episode 23, The Plan. 6 days until the armies join, unstoppable by force or coin. But time ticks on as death is due. Soon rises God with much to do. She's harboured hate for endless years, vengeance sought and bought in fears. Fate's uncertain and at her whim, should heroes fail and Daunus win.
This is getting harder. There's a time limit now.
Welcome back to Girls Who Don't D&D for another series of episodes that did not go to plan. In fact, once again, I'm recording this part after everything else has been said and done for the next few episodes, and you will probably hear why as they come together. Let's just say I had to get a little creative, and so did a bunch of our audience members who lent their voices, their singing voices. And as always, remember, the girls don't always hear everything you hear. Anyway, let's rejoin the real intro, or the other intro, the one with the girls in it. Thank you so much for your response to our most recent episodes. They were very challenging to plan for, to play, to edit, and even to listen to. I still get pretty teary whenever I hear the part with Dad and Cooper, my dad, of course, obviously not everyone else's dad. Hopefully this has been a reminder that even in loss, there can be beauty. So, speaking of beauty, it's time to introduce the girls.
Oh, yeah, nice.
See what I did?
Yeah, very nice.
It's really the only reason I did. Yeah, I only set it for that reason. I worked backwards. Who have we got?
Indy playing Freya. Stacey playing Kaa'Riin.
Lana playing Morrigan.
Ladies, do you have a favourite episode?
Mine's when we're in the not a Christmas episode, the Die Hard episode.
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Was it the soul stuff as well?
Yeah, because soul stuff, that was super fun. All the puzzles.
That was a series of episodes too.
It was a series,
That was
but I just
good.
loved it. Like, yeah, you're right. All the puzzles that we got to do, and it wasn't as confusing as navigating a world. We just had the one tower.
Yeah.
And
Which is why we now just go to towers. Yeah.
but I had the elevator, the sentient elevator.
Yes.
I liked that. That was fun, and obviously I love the girls who played their voices because we know them personally.
Yeah, they're great.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I killed it.
That
Good
was
luck.
a good one. Yeah.
Screw the rest of you. You're on your own.
Oh, you know what else I loved? During COVID, when we had to do our own individual episode.
Yes.
Oh, really?
They were good. That was hard.
I got icked out with Dad over there.
Yeah. This is still tough. I was only thinking about it the other day.
Dad, don't make me kiss him.
That was one of the hardest ones. That was one of the hardest ones
Your
because I was setting up at that time. So this was way back at episode 6 point something. I remember setting up at the time and thinking I just want it to be a quickly awkward non-relationship.
Yeah.
And we kind of got that bit right, but because I've never played by phone before, you've never played by phone before, we've hardly played any D&D, we're recording in all these weird and wonderful ways, it made it even more awkward, which was perfect for the situation.
Yeah, it
but
really
of course,
did.
the last part of that was, had we been sitting across a table, we could have had a bit of a joke about it and moved on. By phone, it's really hard to say, look, I get it, I'm 300 times your age. So I need you to understand, this is just a character, it's a little side joke, it's not a big deal. And unfortunately, it got turned into a bigger deal.
It's really stuck around.
I know.
That's okay.
I know. But it makes me laugh every time I think
It
about
does.
Of all the two people who would be least likely to do that storyline are you and I.
That's so true.
For so many reasons. But anyway, do you have a favourite session, Indy?
I do. I really enjoyed the circus.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Pregnant
Trumps.
Indy.
Yes.
Or pregnant Freya.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
and your
so
arseless chaps.
funny.
Yeah, that
Of
was.
course.
That's when we learnt that
I remember
chaps
laughing a
was
lot.
not pronounced chap.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, and you're not going to believe this, but if things fall into place in this episode, you may hear from the man who taught us that in this episode. He provided the voice, and he did this. He did this voice so long ago that he may no longer be listening. Alana, do you have a favourite session?
In the spirit of Kaa'Riin, of Stacey over there, we've got 2.
Yep.
So the tournament.
Don't you blame her for this. This is what you would never be able to narrow this down. You're one of those people when people say, "What do you have top 5 movies?" You go, "Well, I'm going to start in the 80s." And
It's actually true. She does. When we do those, our other ones, our listening back to the episodes.
Oh, yeah.
There is just like a favourite moment. She goes, "Okay, so I'm going to start with."
I have a list.
Yeah, I've got 4.
I have a top 10, and there's a special theme song for just your top 10.
My brain can't do it. I can't pick a favourite. Like, that feels unfair to the
Other parts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Stands to reason.
Okay.
What are your favourite
Not
two?
because of Stacey, because of who I am as a person. I have 2. So the tournament with like the Mario
yes.
Kart.
That was so
That was
good.
really fun, and particularly because of the music and the announcer guy.
Yep,
like,
yep.
I straight up want that music for like. Not that I'm
For
having
the
a
intros, that's right, yeah.
Well, I want that for like my wedding, for like, when the bride and groom walk in and they announce themselves. We're not even doing that, but I want that.
Oh, I got it. Yes.
Tune. And then actually, really recent, playing Carmen with her daughter and stuff. That was really fun. Like, I feel like that's outside of like having to voice evil Morrigan and evil assassin Morrigan. That was the most role play I feel like I've done. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, that's part of what D&D is, and or whatever role-playing game we're playing these days, is that sort of branching out from the initial bit where you think, I'll just dab my feet into the water, and then after a while you dive in and play these characters that are so different to who you really are. They give you, I guess, a new outlet.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have been neglecting shout-outs lately. I don't know why, but mostly because I did some really massive ones where I travelled the world of our followers. But now that Spotify has added a new section where people can write comments to us, I'm going to shout out some of them. I haven't even told you guys that they can do this yet, because I legitimately read all of them. Here's one that actually really was a bit worrying. Michael W. was in a car crash while listening to the last episode we did.
Oh no.
I want to let you know we're glad everyone is okay. You let us know, but please don't find a way to sue us. It was not our fault. How about that? Someone was
Oh my
listening.
God, because he was distracted by us?
I don't know. Don't say that. His insurance company might be listening.
It doesn't matter.
He
We
was
can
not.
comment episode by episode?
Yes.
Sorry, I've gone
You
in
just
to have
looked
a
it
look.
up. Yeah, it's
Oh,
really lovely.
no.
But Michael, we're glad you're okay.
We're so happy you're okay.
Very happy.
Keep listening.
Stop driving.
Stop driving, please.
Don't listen and drive. Also, Mr. Frogger, who wrote that the last episode had the single best ending I've ever heard of. It also said, I don't know how much was planned and how much was coincidence, but it has to be both. And my favourite part of that is that I have no idea which part they think was planned.
That's so cute that they thought there was something planned.
I know, my so-called planning. And I mean, every DM plans, something, of course. But my planning for that one was much more relaxed than ever before. It was really open world sort of stuff. And it gives me a really lovely confidence boost that people out there think that was a more planned episode. But I should remind people, of course, I write the little stories that the girls don't hear after the episode, so they are easier to plan to fit into the overall story. And so there were really cool opportunities last story to make that mesh. But the girls have no idea what I'm talking about, so let's just leave it at
We're
that.
just still standing. We're just sitting right now, just staring
What
at
does
him,
he
going,
mean?
okay.
Yeah. Also, thank you to the many people who commented on me rocking. Thank you. Shut up.
Did anyone comment on my horrible faux pas?
No, strangely not by comparison, which I thought was well deserved. Don't make me. Don't make
I'll
me.
never get sold.
Now, ladies, who are you shouting out for this episode?
It started again. I just replayed it, looking at Stacey and her face going,
I would like to shout out from Discord a user named randomly.
Could be anyone.
In our fan art section, they have shared an illustration that they've done of Morrigan, Freya, and Kaa'Riin, and they're gorgeous. Like they're just sketches at this point, and they're like so expressive. I particularly love their illustration of Freya. Like your character's like holding your sword and looking at it really lovingly with this big grin. But I've also shouted out this person not just for their art skills, but also because they said I'm their favourite.
Hey, can you tell me, did they put the, I get asked about this every now and then, the eye patch on, Freya's eye patch?
Ooh, I don't. Oh, it's a profile view, so I can't see the other eye.
Ah, that's clever.
That's clever.
Because I keep getting asked, is Freya wearing that thing permanently? Does she take it off from time to time? Does she sleep with it on? People want to know. And so I think that she would take it off from time to time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I reckon Freya would be pretty squirmy to see her own.
Well, you see, if she doesn't get a hole.
Eye socket.
Yeah, she doesn't get an eye socket. She's a changeling. She can still look like it just is the eye that can be seen through.
Oh.
So it's pretty easy for her to hide it. She's a changeling. She just fills the gap.
Because I've seen, I follow this chick on,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I follow
like
this chick
that.
on TikTok who has a prosthetic eye, and she has a whole collection of prosthetic eyes, and she has like a diamond one where it's like sparkly as shit.
We shouldn't start that with Indy because if every time we do something, we have to go, oh.
Yeah, what's the eye look like now?
What does your left eye look like? What does your right eye look like?
We're already doing enough with the Matron.
True.
All right. Who else has got someone?
I'm going to go with thoughts and games. And it's my passive-aggressive way of saying something to Cory through a comment.
Here we go.
Oh.
First of all, thoughts and games says, I absolutely love you guys. Correct.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. And
Cory.
when do I... Oh,
Not sure if I spelt that right.
no one cares.
No one gives a shit.
No one cares how to spell my name.
But you did. That's fine. Actually, he actually prefers Corie with a love heart on top of the I.
That's Cory.
That's cute.
Cory is a genius.
Thank you.
Although,
Whoa.
sometimes a little tough on the girls with one of those emojis with the sweat trickling down. Your podcast has got me into D&D. Bought the starter set and have a group of us playing our first game in July.
Oh, we do love that.
Have the best time.
That's nice.
And I agree. I think we all agree that Cory is a little hard on us at times.
I am so going to kill someone soon. Indy.
Yes, I'm going to shout out Sarah Smith, 18, who is from Texas.
Right.
And even in her comments said, my partner and I love y'all's show.
Y'all.
That's so cute.
We're still loving
I love
y'all.
it. I still love it. And she does really cool makeup. So
Ooh, show us.
Can we also just shout out the series of wonderful people who provided some voices for the last few sessions and this one. These are the voices from the Three Storms, which was Ron, Chase and Lenny. The always professional and powerful Brenda Holiday. Autumn Kim, who jumped in and provided the links between scenes when I had no idea how I was going to link things together at one stage. Derek from How Not to DM as the disturbing Dewey Decimator. Reagan and Natalie, unless it's Regan and Natalie. Regan.
Depends on the person.
Well, she's not here.
Just say both.
Ray and Natalie. Yeah, that's not what they want. Who played Morrigan's Visions, and Greg Larson, who just went ballistic as the Book of Three and made the editing part so much fun for me, as well as some really cool ones that could happen in this session as well. We've been so lucky with the quality of voices people are sending our way.
You're really outshining us.
I know, it's getting really worrying that the voices are better than my editing skills. But it does have an impact on what sort of stories we can tell. So keep hitting us up for voiceover parts if you're interested. Or if you're really keen, join the Patreon, which is the first place I offer new parts, and there's some new ones coming out very soon. It's a really great way to support us as well, but there's a new one. We have a new way to support us. Another dice company has reached out to us. So the good people at www.mysterydicegoblin.com reached out and said that if you want to buy some dice from them and use the coupon code LEWT, that's LEWT, they'll send you some cool dice and send us some cool cash. Which at this stage we honestly just keep pumping back into the show with artworks and music and all that sort of stuff. You can also do that via FanRoll Dice, same coupon code LEWT. But, and this is fun, I hope, you know how much we love our global audience, right? Because it's all over the place.
Love them.
Well, Mystery Dice Goblin has offered for us to give away a few sets of dice. I know. Actually, they offered to give them to you guys, but I said you guys have plenty. This is not. No, this is not the time or place.
we want more.
We want dice. Okay, yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah. But anyway, here's how you can
Dice don't
win.
grow on trees, you know, Cory.
Here's how you can win your own set of magic number rocks from us and Mystery Dice Goblin. All you got to do is take a photo of yourself listening to our show in a way that showcases.
Showcasts?
Showcases.
It's just showcases. I'm just adding an R.
What's the word? I forgot the word until Stacey said it.
Anyway, take a photo of yourself listening to our show in a way that showcases the part of the world you are from. Now, you don't have to be identifiable in the photo or the image.
Don't have your street address in the background.
No, please don't do that. We just want
My PO box.
All your bank details.
take a photo of yourself or your license. No, not necessarily. We just want something from the local area, something that stands out, or something that then just shows off that you come from somewhere cool. I guess a type of food. You can eat
Food from that area could be really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, you can eat Italian anywhere in the world. It doesn't say I'm Italian.
If they're in Australia, you could just go get a photo next to the big thing in your town, like the big
There you
prawn,
go.
Yes,
the
big
oyster,
banana, the oyster, the barra.
Just chase a bin chicken, get a photo.
Oh my God, bin chicken, that's so true.
But if you send that out into the worldwide web of social networks like Insta, Facebook, Tumblr, Threads is the
We
new
have
one.
Tumblr?
We do. We even have Threads, which just started up recently. We have a million of them, and eventually one day we're just going to narrow it down to the one that matters. But at the moment, you can even still use Twitter, which I'm sure, I don't know, this will go out
Exists somewhere.
soon, but Twitter might be gone by then.
Is Twitter still a thing? It can't be.
I don't, it's only a thing we make fun of now.
Yeah.
If you at us so we can see it, we'll obviously find it, and hopefully, because there are thousands of you out there now.
Hey, we've got 7,500 followers. When did that happen?
I forgot to tell you, 7,500 followers, and it's 90,000 on Spotify.
That's insane.
Also, we hit 3 million downloads.
Holy crap.
I know, I keep forgetting to update you. I'm so sorry.
3 million downloads.
So there are quite a few of you out there, and I want my phone battery to be dead from all the notifications I get from boop, 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 boop. So go nuts, and we'll hopefully announce the winners before our next episode. I also thought this would be a good time. This is a long intro, but I thought it'd be a good time to update the gem situation, but I can't remember where they all are. We also don't know what is happening with the great armies that are being formed across Kaa'Riin. Dornus' swarm of golems must be quite substantial by now. Caradriel still controls a highly skilled group of clockwork warriors, and the state of the armies of the Justicars is just completely unknown. You don't know if Smudge has made it back to Thassa and Stucker. You don't know what has happened to Freya's mother.
No, we ticked
and
that off our
father.
list.
No, you don't know that.
Fine.
You ticked it off, but you don't know that. You don't know where Dornus went with Alasawe's diary. Or, strangely enough, you don't even know why you wanted it.
No, we can
You forgot that. But hopefully you do know what to do next, because this is the part of the adventure that is entirely up to you. You were sent off to figure out what you wanted to do the next. So, ladies, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Tentatively, yes.
Tentatively. That's a great word, yes.
It's just 3 girls, a dragon, and a handful of dice. Some guys telling stories, I'm sure they'll be nice. There will be monsters, and magic, and fire and ice. But it's mostly 3 girls, a dragon, and dice.
The ladies have been kind enough to let me know where they wanted to go next before time, which is handy because I had to plan that, obviously. But since we do have an audience listening, ladies, what is the plan?
Well, plan A was to curl up in the fetal position and just give up, because
I like that one.
we keep ticking things off and then unticking them. It's a journey. But then you entice Kaa'Riin with the possibility of tea. So we are, I believe, going to some kind of markets to travel to an island you can't get to by sea to meet Crujian.
Yes, Crujian. I've got notes. And that is spelled Karujian. And that was the name I was given by the hot, dead night.
Yeah.
There you go. Because what did he want you to do when you got there?
Some kind of gaunt.
Not mentioned Darkon is a note I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on.
It's a lot of dot points.
Okay, no, it's a lot of shit that I've scribbled. I've drawn a cup of tea for some reason.
You didn't want to spill the cup of tea. Well, you wanted
You
to
wanted
spill.
to, but I'm going to
Yeah.
hopefully stop
What's
you.
this say? Boomed lawn?
Doomed?
Doomed.
Is doomed? Is it
Boomed
boomed?
lawn. Yes, you're going there to mow his boomed lawn.
What do you think this is? Kaylee.
Oh, an island.
That's an island. We're on
I see
Kaylee.
that.
We're trying to go to an island. You did say that. There's a big
Just,
smiley face next to Crujian. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing.
Yet another reminder that this is not a visual medium, and you were showing the people at home the pictures you were drawing.
You're right. I was just holding them up and pointing at things. There's no way.
They'll be on Patreon. Stacey's an artiste. I think you told us a gauntlet to control the army, didn't you?
Gauntlet. There was a gauntlet.
You have a gauntlet that does the middle finger. You have
Yes. Why do I need
Caradril's
another gauntlet? I've got plenty of gauntlets.
I know, you've already got 2.
This one
And
controls an army, though.
they would be awkwardly all right-handed, of course, just to make things difficult.
All right, let's go to the island and get the gauntlet. That's what we want to do. I'll
All
get a
right.
cup of tea
You
on the
have
way.
Kellogg's gauntlet.
Caradril's, yes.
It says, oh, I know what that
It
says
says
now.
boomed grass. I remember you reading it.
Don't worry about it.
All right, Darkon is still here, and he wants to know what else has been happening to you lately. He wants a bit of a catch-up, because you were a little late to come in.
I made some potato chips.
Probably more
ate
detail
some
than the potato
cheese.
chips.
We found Freya's dad.
We did.
Excellent.
He's unfortunately trapped in prison.
We can't get him out because there's a system.
There's always a bureaucracy involved.
And we got to
with-
go back and get the.
We've got to kill Caradril because he was the one that put him there, I think.
That is correct, yes.
That's right. Very good, girls.
And then he's free to
Okay.
go because there's not actually guards or anyone stopping them from leaving. They'll just die if they leave.
It's the person that put them in there has to let them out or die.
Right, then you found Caradril already, though, and didn't kill Caradril.
I tried.
We killed his hopes for a wedding.
Yes. And I
Sometimes it's really
I
funny.
pointed at him, he laughed. So
You left him at the altar.
Yeah, yeah.
We killed his
Why?
hopes for a wedding.
Darkon wants to know why you were involved in any sort of matrimony.
I wasn't. I just showed up and all of his homies.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, yeah. All of his homies were in like bridesmaids outfits, and apparently there was a wedding that was going to happen. I wasn't informed. I'm a little worried that maybe Evil Morrigan has lined up a matrimony deal there, but it was a hard no for me.
Was it some sort of... You were involved in a ceremony?
Oh, something was happening. There was a big hourglass. There was some rocks that was shifting. We couldn't work it out. There was a puzzle.
Freya's mum, frozen as a statue with a bunch of other women that we assumed were married to Caradril, and then he turned them into stone because he's, you know,
He sucks the life out of them, I think.
yeah. Marriage tends to do that to some people.
It does.
Now, at this stage, Darkon looks a little perturbed. What do you mean sucks the life out of them?
Like there's a big cloud of souls in the sky above
That's it.
them,
But they're
and
souls.
they seem
Yeah.
to be like rotating, and then whoever's on the soul sucky spot for that rotation gets like
Soul suckied.
soul suckied.
Yeah. It's quite a well-engineered system, I can't lie.
Yeah, he's making these women last a long time. Like
Yeah.
they're working for it.
Was there a gem or stone in the center of this?
Hourglass.
Big hourglass.
Because there is a stone, it's called the Solace Stone. If you use it, you can direct souls on a massive scale, not just one to a gem like you've probably seen here, and one into a gem and one out of a gem. That's how you transfer epic number of souls. Hundreds, thousands, perhaps more.
So that's what Dornus would need to accomplish what he wants to accomplish.
Don't think Dornus needs it, no. It's just it's probably how Caradril is extracting so many souls and directing them
I
to
knew
one
we should have
point.
broke that hourglass. All right.
Darkon says, I think I must return to retrieve that. I'll have to find some way.
Yes, cool. You go get that.
If you happen to, while you're there,
Okay.
so the other copy of Alasaway's book is there, frozen in stone, with Alasaway, with a woman.
Yes, because old mate just took ours after all the shit we went through to get it.
So he's got a copy, but there is another. There's the
It's just
original.
stoned.
It's in stone.
The
Understood.
lost works of Alasaway, please.
At that stage, it's
Red
Fanati.
leather, yellow leather.
Red, yellow, leather.
Do you reckon the stone's
Spot on.
coloured?
I mean, probably not, but I mean, how many of them are holding a book, really?
True.
Fanati, at that stage, steps up.
Oh, he wants to go rescue his.
Well, I think he would. I think Fanati says, well, I'm so sorry, but I haven't been of much help to you all.
We keep forgetting to
Mixing in
hear.
some Texan because he's heard that's pretty useful.
Y'all.
Y'all, I think I should go back to see my wife. I'm going to go with you. And he points at Darkon. Darkon warns him that the portal will extract a price for his travel.
Oh,
he's not
a-
just a car.
Yeah. So if he's not powerful enough, it could reject him entirely, which you have seen before, Freya.
Lots
When
of vomiting, lots
Jorda.
of mess.
Well, you've seen Jorda who got rejected entirely.
Their name. The Raven is all I remember.
Yes. The Raven.
It's the Raven.
Yeah.
now.
Scarecrow.
You don't just mentally refer to him as lover boy.
But Jorda couldn't come through when you went through a portal.
No.
You have seen Menteith be very ill after going through a portal, but he was obviously much stronger. And it could do either one of these things to Fanati, but it's just a warning to him that it's going to take a bit of surviving to get through. He turns to say goodbye to Freya. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to do much here. I think I'm just making things worse. And he reaches out and he tries to...
That'd be so bad. You were great on the ship in the submarine.
Yeah, I just stayed at the front of the ship and...
Yeah, you killed it.
Was there for a while.
You didn't get in the way.
You didn't get in the way.
And on the train, I was in the toilet.
And they were friends of yours.
And I got to this a bit late as well. So it's probably best I was somewhere else.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's fair.
And he adjusts that eye patch, puts a few hairs out of your face as if he's trying to be fatherly. But he's not very good at it. He's never really been your father. Anyway, and he says, "Oh, that falling trick you just did when we fell down through the middle. That was very good. You're coming along." And he just awkwardly steps towards the portal.
And then gets rejected and then has to stay.
Well, it's even more awkward.
I'm going to walk. It's fine. It's not that far.
Wait, can I call him an Uber?
You could, and just know it would take a while to get here by now, but it'd also take a while to get there. So I think the smartest way for him to travel would be via portal. If it fails, they should go through first just in case he's awkwardly standing there not being able to go.
I like that.
Darkon also says something, and it's something that's very hard for Darkon. He now realizes that without his powers, without the powers of Dutch or Harkon,
Oh no.
he doesn't think he can protect Lute the way he used to.
We'll take him.
So he would like Lute to stay with you.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Absolutely, yes. We need a good, solid healer.
Are you just going to use him as human shield?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lute hears you.
A safety net.
Yes.
But Darkon hugs Lute and tells him not to fear the portal because he has a feeling that Lute is more than powerful enough to go through.
Small but mighty.
Bobby Lou.
And they hug, and then trying to look brave and tough, Darkon turns, nods at Fanati, and they step through the portal and leave.
So he made it.
He didn't get rejected. He just could be Crook on the other side. Yeah.
It's all right. He'll be okay.
We'll see what happens to them eventually, won't we?
Yeah, just take some Nurofen, you'll be right.
Fanati fell through the portal, his body wrenching itself in awkward directions like a broken toy. He heard a voice request an offering, and as the pain tore through him, he wondered what he could possibly offer. Each moment placed him nearer to death. It felt as though his skin would no longer bind him, as though his heart were preparing to burst through his frame. And he wondered if his heart was the answer. Did it want his love? For surely this was the only thing with enough power to match this torment. Now it seemed as though tense fingers were pushing deep into each muscle, as though bones were being bent. And again he wondered, would it take his love? Darkon watched as Fanati slipped free of the portal and fell to the ground, doubled over. He asked his new dwarven companion if he was okay. Fanati coughed and spluttered, the pain still taking its toll. He wiped his face clean and stood carefully. He let his eyes stay closed for a second longer before slowly releasing them with a sigh. He let the pain remind him of what he had kept. Yes, he said. Yes, I am.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
BTW FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
At that stage, someone you've partially forgotten about, the librarian is still there. The librarian steps forward.
Did you have the...
Forget they were chained down.
Yeah.
Oh, they've definitely broken free of that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Something has made them stronger. strong enough that didn't stop them anymore, whatever bound them in the first place. Perhaps it was because you killed one of the 3 storms, which made whatever way they bound them in the first place weaker. Perhaps it was because of the vault. It could be any number of those things, because you never really found out why the librarian was bound in the first place. The librarian approaches you, and through the different voices, the librarian's face changes as they speak. Different people are speaking to you at different times. And through all that, the librarian explains that they cannot leave the library.
Why?
Because they are bound to this place.
Not a bad place to be stuck.
It's not too bad. In fact, would you like to give me an Arcana roll so you can figure out why?
Yes, that would be a D20.
And you're pretty good at this as well, which is why I'm asking you to do it. Because if you don't know why, it's just another embarrassment for Morrigan's magical Arcana skills.
I don't mean to embarrass my character. It's a 20.
What?
Embarrassment who?
What? The curse is lifted.
Plus, hold on, plus 5.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. You very quickly
Good
identify that the librarian is dead. It's a collection of necromanced souls, so a whole bunch of souls that have been drawn together into one person. So this is actually a creature that belongs to the underworld, and has recently had 2 new souls added.
Vampire. We gave the soul to the. Did that go to the librarian?
Your mate.
My girl. Yeah.
She does transform into the vampire.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but not
She wanted
the
to die,
actual
didn't she?
vampire. Yeah, not the vampire,
Original
but the
soul.
person she was before that, right? So her red hair is more of a lighter strawberry blonde.
Oh, she'd be so cute.
And she does thank each of you. She doesn't have the same connection that the vampire had with each of you, so it's not overtly sexualized. I just want to make that clear. She's not trying to tempt you.
Yeah.
She wanted to
Calm
thank
it
you. You
down,
freed
Alana.
her. Yes.
Calm. I just like
But
redheads.
she feels like she has something to tell you.
And we are all ears.
Spill the beans.
She has seen the man who was here today before, the bald man.
Ooh, bonus.
Because she has lived somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 years.
Yes,
Oh,
she would be
she's
old.
ancient.
And in that time, she recalls, and not that long ago by her standards, that she saw Dornus leading an army with a powerful knight.
Caradril.
Yes. There were songs about him at the time, about Dornus. And while most of them, a little bit like, the songs of our history about the leaders of different parts, they sort of mock the leader. These songs mocked Dornus and his fear of the sea. He in particular had begun to fear the whales.
Which is why the whales aren't there anymore.
Quite
Bay of
possible.
Whales.
Yeah.
There were no whales.
There were none, no.
He killed the fucking whales? That's fucked.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Right.
And then, after saying thank you yet again, she says there's someone else who wishes to speak to you. And this is when you suddenly see Kuzo's face.
Oh.
That's right. Shit. Kuzo.
Uh-oh.
Because he would have been with.
You had to sacrifice the soul to get into the
To get
vault.
into the thing.
That's how they.
And it was either him or Loot.
Finati.
Finati.
That's how they opened it back up.
Dad.
I just assumed they were powerful enough to open the vault. I didn't even think about the fact that they would have, because it's not like they would have had a library card.
Yes.
Shit.
And Kuzo, as you remember, was one of the people who could do tattoos.
Yeah.
And he says to you, look, there's something I can do. If you want, well, I could do Dornus' tattoo for you. Now remember,
Yes.
it goes both ways. Once you've got it, he'll be able to hear you if he's close enough. But you can come back here whenever you need to. There's a portal. And when you're ready, I can give you Dornus' tattoo.
What, do we all get it?
You could. It's up to you what you do. You could have one person getting that tattoo.
But that
and
protects a little more if only one person had it.
it would protect the other two, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
they
like some
wouldn't be
sort of
able to hear
networking station of
Well,
computers
like, they
where you go,
wouldn't
these are
hear
offline.
The responses.
Yeah, so there'd only be one person.
Yeah, they might hear one side of a conversation, but they wouldn't get the rest.
But we'd also be able to hear him.
The one person would, yeah.
Would would he immediately know that we were in sync with his tattoo?
No,
Or
you've had
we
situations
could be
before.
on the slide.
Yeah, you
Bugging
can
him.
listen until you
We
decide to
are.
check.
And it's
love
only
it.
intentional messaging,
We're the
right?
feds.
Yeah.
We're the fuzz.
I love it.
I like
So
it.
as Kuzo says, Kuzo's now part of the librarian. So Kuzo's going to be staying in this place. And in fact, this librarian has many, many other skills. It's an incredible creature.
Do we also get tied up now? Or
You can come and you can do that when you want to, since if you can find a portal now that you know you can travel through portals.
yeah, but I mean, don't put off today.
I know, but if you get it done now
Yeah.
and he figures it out early, he could hear all your plans in between. So it's up to you.
All right. It's just that if you decide we want it, it's going to be hard to find a portal.
Could be.
Because I'm not going to lie to you, girls. I can't think of many portals that we've come across. 3 or 4, maybe.
They are everywhere. They are in every
Freya's
major town.
home, the creepy rock-growing tower,
The first
outside
place
the
you went
church
to.
in the middle of the forest.
The Elven.
That one was being guarded. Elven.
Oh, okay. You're right. They're in every major city.
They're all over the place. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Don't worry about it. Let's.
I do get your concern though, because it's not like we've really ever gone back
It's
to
like
somewhere
waiting,
we need to go.
It's like waiting for a bus, though, isn't it? You know, when you need a bus, there's never one to be found. When you don't want one, 25 go past. So that's how public transport works. Finally, the librarian sort of merges back into other faces right now, and as you have been overheard discussing Alasawe's diary, it reminds you that Vassanor's has a copy of all written artifacts, and that a new version of the diary, now that it's been removed from the library, will have to reappear here soon. It will reappear as soon as the old book has been read. It hasn't happened yet.
So he hasn't read it yet.
No.
I have a question.
I assume you're not going to sit around and wait for it to happen.
I
But
mean,
it is saying...
It's not a bad place to wait it out.
with your time limit of armies approaching, but it is saying that eventually that might be an option.
All right.
Does that mean, say someone had a notebook in their fanny pack, that there's a copy of that?
Not right now, because you're in the library. But as soon as you step out of the library...
Interesting. Anyway, that's all.
Has a copy of all written artifacts. It doesn't mean they're necessarily in easy-to-find locations, though. Like you knew how hard it was to get Alasawe's diary the first time.
Yeah.
Bloody hard.
Ladies, is there anything else you'd like to do before you step through the portal? Any other aspects of your plan you'd like to put in place?
So we are going to go to the island, yes?
I think we're going to go via some markets to get there.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no portal at the island.
Because it's a sealess. You can't get there by sea.
There's a sea. It just says you can't get there by sea.
Which means you must get there
some other way.
Hovercraft.
By
catapult.
Hovercrafting.
Hovercraft or catapult. Or
catapult
both.
would be fun.
Catapulting hovercraft.
Catapult would be
We had to
fun.
catapult over there. I like that a lot.
I considered it, but I didn't write it in.
Are there any other resources we should make use of while we're here? Like, can we get any, like, how to negotiate with a terrorist god?
Should we ask the bookmark?
Oh, do we still have that?
I don't think so.
No, it's probably still, it's been sort of lost amongst the
It did
fray.
get lost.
Yeah.
Call it back.
It just lands. It's not like it goes to the...
Again, not a visual medium.
Sorry. I was closing my eyes and trying really hard to get the book back. I realised I'm not actually in the game. I'm not magic myself. Side note, can I talk to Bella?
That's very good that you whisper that right into the microphone. That we have headphones directly to.
Look, at this stage, I mean, there's no illusion that the girls don't know that Belloc exists.
Okay.
Our
As
characters
players,
haven't figured
as
it out.
players, as characters, they don't know it. So yeah, you can say it in front of them because they can't do anything about it until they figure out how to do something in the game.
Okay, gotcha.
You can talk to Belloc if you wish.
Okay. Hey, Belloc, I understand that you would like me to find your lover to kill them.
I would like you to step aside so I can find them.
Oh, well, how do you... Oh, yeah, tell me where to go, what to do. Fucking hell.
I don't exactly know where they are, but when I'm close, I'll know.
Oh, that's not helping me. I need, like, directions.
We are getting closer.
Oh, great. So we should go to the island?
My body feels warmer.
Great. Well, just let you know that I am working on it, and please don't kill me just yet.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Just yet.
Just yet.
All right, we're going to go.
Jump through the portal?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, should we have a look at the book?
Check the book.
Benny.
Yes.
It's not Benny.
It is Benny.
I am a
Benny.
But that's from Ella. Is that from Ella Enchanted?
I'm a catalogue of pop culture references. I cannot turn it off. I'm sorry.
It's true, she is.
You can look at the book, which is surprising because you haven't
What's
done
it
that in
called
such a long time, I should say.
The book is called
The Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin. Yes. And now it is talking. Don't forget how to use the book.
Hi, I'm Elsie, and I'm the voice of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Kaa'Riin. Please state the precise name of your destination.
Gressip Markets.
Welcome to Gressip's Markets.
Close.
Gressip's is a family-owned business, a mum-and-pop kind of organisation with artistic chalkboard signs, fresh fruit delivered daily from the nearby farms, homemade gems
Yum.
lovingly
Yeah,
crafted by a
sounds
whole
good.
team of round-shaped aunties. Baked goods with gluten-free everything. Did I mention the chalkboard signs? They even get the apostrophes right. The markets are 5 levels of shopping bliss and 10 levels underneath that nobody talks about. Not even me. Nah, don't even ask.
Ooh, spicy.
The literal underworld.
The spicy section. It's like, not. All right, spicy.
It's spicy.
That's just like a word we say now.
Sorry,
a
it's the
thing
young
now.
kids, is it?
Yeah. The young
the
people are
youths.
saying
Oh, so
spicy now.
you meant radical.
Yeah. It's actually
Righteous.
It's actually rad.
I meant sensational.
I've just made myself at least 10 years older just by doing that one. Okay. You give me a perception. Everyone give me a perception
Gnarly.
check. Gnarly's at least making me in the 70s, I think.
Groovy.
Groovy. I'm going to be 120 by the time we finish this series.
Grouse. That's a good one.
Nice one, Cobber. I hate that Cobber's gone. Cobber would have been a good one. For our international audience, Cobber was just mate.
Well, yes, one of our friendship groups. His nickname's Cobber.
Yeah, it was a
It
lovely
still
phrase.
gets around.
I think we stole it from someone else, like everything else we do in our language.
It's
but anyway.
English,
Yeah.
British, like.
But we loved it.
Anyway, who cares? Moving on.
Did I get my 3 perception checks?
Oh, no.
6 plus 0.
Hold on a second.
You just feel the swirling nature of the portal as you pass through it.
I'm just like, oh, it's pretty.
It is gorgeous in there.
18 plus 2, that's an unnatural 20.
That's very good.
Hello.
That's very good.
That's very good.
I'd hope so. That is very good.
You feel like there is someone else in here with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear a voice that says, "Do you have something to offer?"
Gotcha.
That's all it says.
Yep.
Freya,
6 plus 2, which is 8.
you do not notice that either. You do not hear this. So it's only Kaa'Riin who hears a voice that says, "Do you have something else to offer?" And it doesn't seem too urgently asking you.
It doesn't seem too
Doesn't
urgent.
seem to be. Just seems to be something that it says as you pass through.
Okay.
Yeah. You come flying out the other side of the portal. You land standing because it pushes you up to be standing on it, and it sort of solidifies beneath you as you land.
Oh, that's cool.
And everyone around you feels fine. Kaa'Riin, you feel like everything went great. You're fine. Freya, you feel like everything's great. Nothing changed. Morrigan, you are hurt.
I thought you were going to say it. You feel shorter.
You might as well because you have lost half of your hit points.
Oh, come on.
Why? Because she's not just a car?
Half of my current hit points or half of my total hit points?
Half of your current hit points.
Oh, honey.
It doesn't kill you, but
It doesn't make me stronger
it
either.
doesn't make you stronger. You also notice Loot has doubled over
Oh, no.
in pain and has also taken a large amount of damage. Now, Loot looks at you, Morrigan, and instantly, straight away, lights up his staff and heals you back to full
God
points.
damn it, child. This is not how the world works. Take care of yourself first, then others.
And I'm going to heal Loot.
He doesn't heal himself, though, and he waves you away when you offer help.
Why?
He just, not now. We're okay. I don't have as much power as I had before.
I tap him on the back and say, "No worries, mate," and subtly cure wounds.
He groans when you hit him on the back. Oh, okay. I'm still in pain, though.
Curing wounds.
Okay.
He
Cure
doesn't have a
wounds.
choice.
All right. Cure wounds.
All right.
How many?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that out. I roll 8 plus 4, 12.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'll pop that in.
You're welcome, little buddy. I just act like I'm confused. I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
He knows what you did. He doesn't fall for any of that healing shenanigans, but he smiles at you anyway.
But he healed me, didn't he?
He did, and not just a little bit, all the way back.
Buddy.
But he's not as strong as he was before. It looks like he's probably used a lot of that power of the staff or whatever wherever it comes from on Darkon just to keep Darkon alive before. Yeah, not looking as confident with his healing abilities. Now you find yourself standing on a run-down portal. It's overgrown and dirty as though it's rarely used. You can hear the bustle of a busy marketplace nearby, or a township or something just beyond the trees that surrounds this area. Now pushing through the bushes, you can see the heart of a bustling multi-level marketplace. It has narrow cobblestone streets and the sounds of merchants haggling, the aromas of street food fighting for your attention. The light streaking through gaps of growing grey clouds above seem to bounce from one bright colour to another. It's a trove of dazzling stores. Some seem simple, fruit shops, spices, clothing and the like, and others appear more mystical. Vibrant tapestries flutter in the breeze depicting winged beasts and epic battles. And you can find the exact same thing in tea towel form as well. Peddlers, some clad in ornate robes and adorned with shimmering jewelry, they beckon passers-by with promises of magnificent marvels and breathtaking rarities. But one sign catches your attention first. In front of a fairly drab and unimpressive tent, there is a small chalkboard where, written in elaborate handwriting, the words Kaa'Riin singing psychic readings are written.
Oh, yes.
Remember Kaa'Riin?
Oh, the
Yes.
bearded lady who wasn't actually bearded.
Yes, at the circus.
Good memory.
Yes. And she was with our snail.
She was.
And she looked after our snail. They were together.
And then, of course, they weren't. When you rescued the snail,
Yes.
what happened to Kaa'Riin?
She went on to live a better life.
She
Well.
left. We don't know what happened to her. She just, everyone scurried and she left.
Maybe.
That we knew of.
Yeah. Well, what would you like to do, everyone?
Go see Kaa'Riin.
Oh, straight into Kaa'Riin.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense, doesn't it?
It does.
I have
All
a
right.
little question.
Okay, before we go in or after?
Sidebar.
Sidebar.
What's the
Whoa.
name of the island that we're going to see? Cruzian?
Mystical.
Cruzian's Island.
Cruzian.
Oh, it's just Cruzian.
Mystical.
Mystical. It's called
Mystical Island.
Secret Island.
Treasure Island.
From Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, no worries. That was all. Thank you.
Okay, so you're going inside. Thassa's old friend Kaa'Riin is here, and yes, this was Thassa's friend from the circus.
Another redhead.
Yeah. We have so many redheads. It's a very common hair colour here. She's so excited to see you at first, of course. You walk in, she recognises you.
It's cuddles all around.
It's hugs, cuddles, and she was a very huggy person to start
Yeah.
with, if I remember correctly. She can't believe you're here. How did you find... It's probably a huge... My story was huge too. How did you get here?
It doesn't matter how we got here. How'd you get here?
Well, after the circus... you destroyed the circus.
Yeah.
After you destroyed the circus, people just ran in all directions, and the town was just overrun by these strange people, and they seemed like people,
Oh, no.
but some were barely living, and some seemed not that different to you or I, but
Very not different to me.
they didn't kill anybody. They just captured anybody, but I just ran, as so many others did, and I took whatever way out I could, any passage I could find, I got on board and left.
You didn't take the horses with you?
I rode a horse for a while, but not straight away. I didn't look back. The creatures didn't follow us the whole way here. They stopped for some reason, but I'm not sure what that was. But I only just set the shop up this week. It's a bit rushed, as you can see. I don't have much. I'll have to leave everything behind when you destroy the circus and
Congratulations
all
on
my
your new
dreams.
venture.
You do realise you were enslaved.
Yes, but I had stuff. And now
Well.
I have this tent. She looks around, this pretty drab-looking, brown, sandy,
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
torn, dilapidated.
Freedom with no things or enslaved with things?
That is the modern dilemma, isn't
That
it?
is really hard.
Oh my God, that just hurt us all.
Now we're all a little sad.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cindy.
Yeah, thanks for that. As we all go back to work next week. It's, the whole thing was a bit rushed. I'll get there. I'll get started again. You're right. It's better to be here and doing whatever I want. I can't see the future and the past anymore like I used to, because that was Thassa's
Yeah, that
thing.
wasn't your gift, was it?
No, but I still have the crystal ball.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good.
Can we give it a run?
Yeah, sure. Well, it doesn't work, but
Have you?
because I just explained that with the whole...
Yeah, so you actually had
Thassa's.
no gifts at all. You
I
were just
do.
exploiting
I have,
Thassa's.
I have a thing. Well, they do it here, but I can do it too. It's pretty amazing. It's they all do it. It's a really strange thing. This whole town does it, but I'm a singing psychic now.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Musical episode, people.
Here's how it works. It doesn't. It's not. I don't sing. What I do is, I find the song within you, and she reaches out and grabs Freya's hand first. You're the one who asked.
No, do me.
Too late. And don't worry, I'm not the one who sings. I look inside and I find the song in your soul, in your mind, and then she holds your hand and looks at you, and her eyes widen straight away.
Is it Metallica?
She hears Metallica.
Sandman.
But there's fear and shock in her eyes, so the music would fit. Enter Sandman's music would fit perfectly. Imagine that, because we certainly don't have the copyright to that one.
Damn.
But she quickly turns her head. She's still holding her hands, Freya. She turns her head to look at Morrigan, and then quickly to Kaa'Riin, as if she wants to ask you a question. But and then her head flings back, and she suddenly sings this high-pitched note into the air. burst of energy flings away from her like a shockwave. The edges of the tent flutter open like it's like a breeze goes by. One half inside you, the other half is free. This I will remind you, the better half is me. Oh, what a place to hide. My other side. You do feel the pain, but what I have shall remain. You send one to feel love from that golden pedestal above, then leave the other to fend alone. But it's you that will atone. Time has failed to cure the wound, and I'll not wait to be the last one doomed. Run, Father of the heavens, for there is no place to hide. Your omnipotence is not your strength, because, oh Father dear, I am always inside. Sing, dance, do what you will, but I will make my way close until the love they know, hidden from me still, will speak in terms of blood they spill. Every piece of joy they feel, tainted by my hate. Oh, the thrill. Darkness, light, they are the same. If one is hidden from the other's claim. Now run, dance, sing, love, plead for hope from those above. Don't ask why you are alone, just feel the pain, atone, laugh, cry, drink, run, search for meaning where there is none, beg, plead, hope no more, till heart is rotten and soul is raw. And then for a moment it goes silent. And everything returns back to normal.
I rush to her side and I ask her, "Are you okay?" Like that seemed intense and not in a good way.
I'm sorry, I didn't see. I'm sorry, I didn't see any songs. I didn't see any songs. But she is noticeably not looking at Freya now. She won't make eye contact with her.
Can I get you some water? And I turn around and start pouring water from a carafe?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool.
Where did that come from, sis?
She has nothing. She told you that. I had a carafe this whole time.
La-di-da. I've just been using a vase.
While I'm pouring water, I appearing to pour water, I surreptitiously, I can't say the word, I sneakily get my notepad out and write down a note and then put it away, and then I get the water and I give it to Katie.
Katie drinks the water and at exactly the same time says the word surreptitiously while drinking the water, which is extremely impressive. Gives you a little wink. No, she looks still very, very shaken.
Freya, can you not go around traumatizing people that we meet, please?
I'm sorry. What did you see?
And for a second, I thought I heard a voice. I thought I heard a song, but then I lost control of it. That's just burst free.
Was it a happy song? Or not a ballet
I just
song?
felt, I don't know how to describe it. It was very brief, and it was just gone.
Oh, okay. Next.
Okay, now me.
I think I know what that means.
I'm very sorry. I'm going to have a rest. I
Freya.
might need some time. Maybe come back in the afternoon and
Is there anything that we can? I'm so sorry. Is there anything we can do for you, Katie?
I'm sorry.
We've come back into your life after derailing it the first time and have traumatized you with Freya's baggage.
No, it's I could use some food, but it's okay. I'll make enough
We're
money.
on it. We're gonna go find some food for you.
Okay.
Go slaughter a sheep.
We're to market, babes.
Yeah, we have no money, babes.
Gluten-free stuff.
You do not have any.
We have a thief.
money.
I don't know if you know.
To pay you back, we're gonna get our thief who has just traumatized you to steal some stuff.
Don't worry, I got this.
One of those stealthiest thieves with 3 hands, and you're like, we have no money. Yeah, that's our problem.
That's what's stopping us.
All right, I'm going to go steal some food.
Wow, that was just straight to, and I'm going to steal.
Yeah.
Straight to. We considered murder first and then went to thievery.
I'm going to use my stealth, and I'm going to go steal a blueberry muffin.
They're gluten-free, I hear.
They are.
Are we in Italy or something?
I don't know. I haven't walked outside of the tent yet.
Okay, so we walk outside the tent. We sniff out some food.
Katie watched as those she considered friends walked from her tent. She shivered from the weight of what she had seen. So close to death she had felt. One song had dominated, a disturbingly callous tune, but other whispers and melodies had still sung through. They echoed in her mind as she tried to purge them all. Behind the anger, even the sweetest serenade felt tainted. She pushed them loose. Songs of ice towers shattering faded into obscurity, joined by the ceaseless drums of armies marching and the cursed ballads of almighty storms. She shook the haunting lyrics of a dancing shadow from her mind and waited until only one melody remained, the one that shared hope. She let it linger for a moment before sharing it again.
Mic check. 1, 2. Are we recording? Hi, I'm Michelle Bernstein, an award-winning chef, restaurateur, and mom. I have a lot on my plate, including my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. That's why I was prescribed Cosentyx. It helps me move better.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for people 2 years of age and older with active psoriatic arthritis. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some were fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
Okay, back outside, still an assault in the senses. There's food everywhere. Finding it's not going to be hard at all. It's a really engaging sort of place. The creatures walking past you come from all sorts of walks of life. Wood elves, dwarves, tiefling, Goliath. There's even centaur going past because this is a very multicultural area. The buildings around you range from like little huts to 5-story shopping experiences. Minotaur brushes by you really quickly and gives you a wave as he goes by before returning to his conversation with this huge Loxodon, much like Shamu, someone like that, but not cool. Shamu, not actually Shamu, just made that clear. The streets are clearly filled with all manner of secrets and probably a strong criminal underworld, as most of these sort of places will have. You guys can wander freely throughout this town, finding whatever you think you need to find. I'm going to give you a little side note. I recently had the good fortune of doing a writing section with a group of up-and-coming writers and from local schools, and some of the shops you're about to hear of are from those sessions.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's cool.
I know, isn't that fun? So I've never done anything like that before, but why not? So, what would you like to... I'll give you the name of some of the shops if you'd like.
Okay.
There's Jiggle Jiggle Jelly. There's a place that sells Portal Loos. You don't want to think about that one too much.
No. Not considering where we've
travel.
Just been.
Have Portaloo.
There's Mixie's Potions of Ill Repute. There's a place called Spagootles. Spagootles. There's all sorts of other places anyway. Where would you like to go? Spagootles. Well, if anybody looking for a hearty meal, Spagootles is the place to go because it's a lively eatery. It's like one of those dinner and a show sort of places. Right? So it's elaborate. But instead of being the show, at Spagootles they wear the meal. A Spagootle
that's gonna be hard to steal.
Yeah, a giant.
Ew.
It's a giant hula hoop made of pasta.
Oh, that's so much better than I was picturing. Thank you.
Thank
you for correcting.
I was imagining like a meat dress like Lady Gaga.
I was picturing a brothel, but with like, instead of selling like sex, they're selling food on people.
Gotcha. So like a
you know how some people
restaurant.
do like shots off of people?
Yes.
Oh, right, I got you.
Right, okay, thank you.
No, it's sort of a show where they've got these giant hula hoops of pasta. They're jiggling around making the pasta. Hula hoops go.
Dances.
Pretty much like that. But the food doesn't come, the person doesn't walk over and take off the hula hoop and jump it on your table. Let me say that without running out of air. So the person doesn't just take off the hula hoop and deliver it to you. No, it's uncooked pasta. I don't know if you'd be able to do it with cooked pasta.
Uncooked.
Let's go somewhere else.
All right, Spagootles is off the list.
Yeah, it's too hard to steal from.
Weird, quick.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's just not an easy steal.
It's like any of those places. You go, that looks like fun, and then 10 minutes later you're like, this isn't.
I regret.
Yeah. Or instantly I don't really like it. Yeah. When somebody comes over and pretends to be a knight. Well, they have one of those places here as well, where everyone serves you dressed as a knight. That's just called a restaurant here.
Also just doesn't seem super hygienic.
No, sweaty.
Fair enough. Where else?
Portaloos.
Okay, strange place to look for food. What are you going to steal from there? That's right. I'll tell you. Here's what they say about the Portaloos.
I just want to see what it says.
There are a series of lavatories, not surprisingly, with magical portals inside. So Need to answer nature's call? Step inside one of these laboratories, aim for the portal, and make your ablutions somebody else's a problem.
That is funny. That is funny.
But a place nearby that actually sells food is the Jiggle Jiggle Jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a confectionery store where they sell gelatinous delicacies of every hue and flavour.
She needs something hearty. She needs like some chicken drumsticks or something.
Maybe it's like astronaut food, but in jelly form, like where it's got all the nutrients.
No.
I
mean, maybe, but
we need like a spag bowl.
Yeah.
Well, then we need to go back to
Spagoodles.
Spagoodles.
Yeah,
No,
but
what about a bakery?
Yes.
As you are walking
Like a
along,
good salad sandwich.
you notice voices in the street, like people are just singing. They're happy. They're really overly happy, if anything. But people are just walking along, and you go past a busker who is just singing away.
I'm on my way, girl, to find you, my friend. Been watching from here. You're in trouble again.
And just all these bits of singing. You can hear different people. They're just singing throughout the city, and it blends back into the background as you walk along.
I'm really concerned about that one. You're in trouble again.
Hey, it's just a song. Just people singing away.
Yeah, sure. Nothing ominous about that at
Everything
all.
in this world is ominous. If I put a fruit stand in, you'd be like, what about those bananas? I don't trust those
No,
bananas.
you do cabbages. My cabbages.
As you're walking along now, you'll hear people buskers. It's quite a noisy little place. And people are spruiking out the front of their shops, including this man.
Hi, I'm Adolfo, and I play Hiroshim Carbano, owner of the Purple Pearl Incorporated. I must have said, I feel almost useless here today, shoppers. Do I need to tell you of the wondrous wares beyond the grand entrance to the Purple Pearl? Of course not. They speak for themselves. Can you imagine? A talking tree? Nah. Well, of course not. But we do sell them here. In fact, we can barely keep the damn things quiet. Shut up back there! What about the 300% leather belt? 300%! The finest in all of Cali. Even you will believe when you feel the luxurious hide in your hands. You're right. They do sell themselves. I have nothing more to add. Unless you think I should mention. Nah, I shouldn't. Of course not. If I were to say it aloud, I could only imagine the stampede that would follow. Shoppers everywhere, each searching for the... Oh, you nearly got out of me, didn't you? You cheeky things. But like I said, everything sells themselves at the Purple Pearl. Shut up back there.
The
Purple Pearl, one of those sorts of shops that sells everything, but you couldn't really say what they sell.
That is funny.
And the man sitting at the front is inviting you inside.
And we're going in.
Oh, again. It's like, yes, we'll enter there. It does sell, like the shop itself has a wide array of exotic items and a whole bunch of mass-produced crap. It looks like, this is quite an amazing looking shop because when you walk into it, and from the front, it just looks like every other shop in the street. But in this one, it looks like the shipwrecked hull of a pirate vessel with half-open treasure chests filled with the latest bargains. They have things like animated skeletal back scratches made of real bone and real fingers that move to scratch your back.
That's nice.
Monocles, just selling monocles. Magical, but no one knows exactly how. They have toy guns that look very real. And the guns become more and more real in toy shops these days. Fake fruit, but real fruit bowls. They have candles.
Fake fruit, but real fruit bowl.
Not fake fruit bowls, yeah. Candles, obviously they sell rope in 50 feet allotments. And they also have those big fake Viking drinking horns. But then, plenty of those sort of things you'd expect in one of those $2 shops where nothing costs $2 anymore.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually do cost $2.
Or less?
Yeah,
or
for about
less.
a month when those shops came in. It's $2 shop, and then they went, it's $2.50, and now it's like $18.
Yeah.
For some fake teeth. At the back of the fake ship, because it really just looks like you're inside a shipwreck.
Yeah, the Purple Pearl.
The Purple Pearl, exactly. It's a cargo hold where the rooftop is open towards the sunlight. Well, there was any sunlight, as I said before. It's starting to rain a little bit and a bit grey overhead. But the shopkeep seems a little bit happy about that because that means it'll water, as he says, those loud bastards. But I'm not going to do his voice much because it's bloody hard to do, for one. But the loud bastards he is referring to are a group of oversized plants who seem to be complaining. The sign next to them says, Security Gardenias. Hourly rates. And the plants are arguing about their worth and saying they feel undervalued but don't know what to do about it. And
Unionise.
Yeah. Unionise.
He's going around starting unions.
girls, what would you like to do?
We want to unionise the plants.
You can talk to plants now too,
I
can't
can.
you? I want to point out, this episode was written a long time ago. And that voice was recorded at least over a year and a half ago. So it was before you could talk to plants, but you can now talk to plants. Would you like to do so?
Yep.
Good. What would you like to say?
Oh, say, hey, plants.
Hello.
Are you here to represent them as their lawyer to create a union?
They all turn suddenly.
So I was waiting for some reaction. I'm like, hey, I can help it overhear your predicament. I think you should unionise. I'm here to represent you.
We're plants. We don't know what do you mean by unionise?
Well, in my experience, you just strike until you get what you want.
That's your understanding of a union.
And
there are rates. There are fees you pay
gotta
to
pay.
join the union so that they can argue on your defence.
Well,
Ooh, pay us, and then we'll have money.
Why do you think these plants have money?
Well, they do work. They get hourly rates. They rent it out.
Oh, okay.
So it's the security gardenias, as the name implies, are plants you leave at the front of your shop, and they work as security guards.
Okay, no, follow-up question. What are these plants doing with their money?
Not much. That's what they're complaining about. They
Fertilizer.
don't have enough money to feed their families, which includes fertilizer,
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
which is like the parmesan of the plant world.
Yeah. Other than that, they're just buying horse poo.
We deserve better than horse poo, they say.
yeah. So can you just explain to me your working conditions as it stands? What are your rates? What are your demands? Have you thought about your demands?
So first of all, these pots we're in are too small.
Okay, no, all right, I'm just going to write that
My
down.
root bound.
I'm root bound.
Oh, honey.
And everybody knows
No
that's the
one
last
likes-
thing you like to be is bound by your roots.
No
we need to
one-
improve their working conditions.
Yeah, all right, so we want improved environmental conditions.
We'd like some good dental. And you notice that these plants do have teeth.
Okay.
Massive
Open
head on
wide
the top,
bommy.
very big teeth, and you can see a
Okay.
couple of them have slightly browned teeth.
Got
Do
some
they
cavities.
move from pot to pot?
Well, you can be repotted, but we don't have our own hands. Not even thumbs. We've got nothing. Not even fingers. You just
Okay.
have these
So
giant
this is
leaves, and he
not-
waves these giant leaves at you.
Medical
Yeah.
care.
Dental.
Assistive medical care.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone
Like
to
a
wipe your
botanist.
leaves.
What's that?
Like a botany care.
Yes, a botanist would be nice.
Botanist.
I mean, you can see them murmuring amongst the plants. They're saying, believe the things you're starting to promise.
I'm not promising.
So, did you hear that? Did you hear that? She's promised a botanist.
For only £25 a month.
Okay. Okay, there are demands. Look, now I'm not saying you get all of these, but in my experience, they'll give you a fraction
We'd like
of one of these things.
We'd like a 3.5% wage increase.
However,
minimum, backdated so that it only works at about 1%, and if possible, included in our fees.
absolutely. However, you are going to be expected to work 3 times your hours for that small increment.
Right.
So,
What does a union do again?
Yeah, I know.
This one doesn't sound as useful as I'd heard they
I
were
know.
going
I'm
to be.
so sorry. You're
All right, but if you can make our lives slightly better.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I think looking at this now, as you can see, I've got a little gift of talking to plants. I can actually go and see if I can convince all plants to strike.
Ooh.
The other plants have jobs?
Yeah, the other ones of use.
Oh, yeah. We're mostly here at the moment. We get hired out at night time.
Yeah, I know, but I might be able to convince the carrots to stop growing for a bit.
Okay.
Starve them out.
That's a big threat. That's quite a threat.
Well,
siege tactics.
You got to go big or go home.
I think if you're talking about getting the vegetables of the world to unionise, that's a hell of a threat. Hell no, we won't grow. Thank you.
See? It's all about the yes and. Look where we got to. What a beautiful spot we got to.
Excellent. All right,
okay,
let's see
hell
how
no,
you're going to do
we
this.
won't grow. Hold on, wait.
It writes itself. It's great.
Okay,
It does. This is amazing stuff.
Hell no, we won't grow.
It's not even a T-shirt.
It
But
is.
okay, you're going to go and negotiate on our behalf. What is it that you want for this?
Service.
What do you want?
Oh God, no, nothing.
You're doing this as...
We just want to succeed at something.
Oh my gosh, sorry, honey. No, I know the world you live in seems very transactional at all times, but I'm I'm just sad to hear your story. So
Okay.
I'm going to do this from love of my heart.
Excellent.
And
I agree with that financial
Yep.
exchange.
And if I can make life just a little bit better for you, that's good enough for
These are
us.
the best union fees I've ever heard of.
Yeah. So
Okay.
go.
All right.
All right.
You're going to go and negotiate with
The store owner first.
store owner. His name,
Is
Hirishim Cabano. You can go and speak to him. He's the store owner. He easily approachable because he thinks you want to buy perhaps some of those monocles.
okay, great.
Would you like to buy a monocle?
Oh, Hiroshima Cabano.
You get 2 for the price of 1 if you want. You can call them glasses. They're useful.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got money to burn. However, I am an ethical shopper, and I can't help but notice you have some borderline enslaved plants out there.
He looks at you very blankly.
Yeah, your little guards.
Yeah,
When's the last time you changed their pots?
they're workers.
That's not what I asked.
No, but I gave you an answer.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Well, I believe it's called capitalism.
Well, I believe that's just called slavery with extra steps.
Very nonchalantly, doesn't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
I provide a good life for these people.
You don't. But
I provide a life for these people.
Well, I mean, there's alive and there's living.
I provide a living for these people.
You absolutely do
I
not.
do. I provide me a living for these people.
See? Gold! Absolute gold!
I have just summarized capitalism in 4 easy steps.
I provide me a living for these people. Okay, I can see you being very difficult. However, it's very on trend to be ethical.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so your business probably will go under, but I can help you because we are very popular. We're also starting an army. I just keep that on the DL. But
Okay. No, is that a threat?
oh God, no, not against you. I'm just saying.
Okay. That's a pretty big thing to bring up in a negotiation.
I know.
Just
So sorry, but armies.
most
loot,
people don't
loot
say,
money.
"Hey, let's negotiate for something." But by the way, we're building an army.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know we know people.
Okay.
It's a threat.
That's
Okay.
a threat. So give me a roll for intimidation.
17
Oh.
plus 2, 19.
Hirishim would like to look like the sort of person who knows people,
Uh-huh.
but he doesn't. So he is now more nervous than he was now that you've used standover tactics.
Excellent.
I mean, you can't replace one horrible system with an equally horrible system. But
Again,
what would I know?
that was not my intention. I was actually trying to draw up business, but hey.
Yeah, no, your
and
answer to
he read it-
capitalism is to bring in the mafia, but that's fine.
Look, he read it how he read it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't
Accurately.
change that. That's obviously says more about Harrison than it does about me.
Yes, and he reads the situation accurately.
It wasn't. Okay. I'm going to have to lean in.
Well, that's not going to make him less scared.
I mean, I want him to be scared now. Fuck it. If he's already scared, let's go in. Okay.
Okay.
Look, I'm not asking for a lot.
As she brandishes the axe.
But I will take a lot.
I'm not asking for a lot. I'm taking it. Okay. So, look, I've got a little list of demands here. Now, doing this will ensure that your shop is on trend with the current climate. Now, millennials and Gen Z
You don't exist here.
like ethical. Do they or do they not, gals?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yep.
100%.
Don't exist here.
You need to know your market.
You'll sell
You
more
need-
product.
So do you.
100%.
Need to know the market that you've just made up.
Yep.
It doesn't exist. Okay, go on.
It's my world.
Yep. And
Now,
I'll invent millennials
These
if I
are very
want to.
cost effective. And if you do that, I am going to spread the word that Harisham Kaban
Yes.
is actually the leader in ethical produce.
And not the flog that he is right now.
So you just add to the conversation.
Fucking flog that you actually are.
Wow.
And I think you're going to actually get a lot more bang for your buck with the plants and their guard services.
Oh, I understand. So if I provide their lives, improve their lives further, I can also get more.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So what do I get?
Okay, so you're obviously going to get an increase in customers,
Right.
but little output such as some bigger pots.
We can do bigger pots.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't have to be.
Slightly bigger pots. Ooh, I could just remove the pots. They can be free range. Yes.
Don't be a
Free
scab.
range. Okay. That's well.
Would
Okay.
they like that? Hey, plants. Plants is offering no pots. Where are we at with that?
You hear a whole bunch of rustling, and from behind you, because they're a bit further back, all the plants the heads of the plants sort of lean out on angles so they can see through the gap at the same time as they've been clearly listening, but
now they're kind of peeking through.
It's also looking at the same time and just I think pots are necessary for us to stay on our jobs, to be moved to the job.
Yeah, okay, they're going to want the pots.
Can we get wheels? And that's it. They just all sort of move back out and go, oh, go on, Frank, that's an excellent idea.
That is a fucking excellent idea. Okay.
Wheeled pots.
Christian, wheeled pots. Easier for you, easier on your back. You're not getting any younger, let's be real.
Yes.
Okay, wheeled pots. We're going to say yes to wheeled pots.
He's nodding. He's agreeing. This is great.
Okay, fantastic.
Wheeled pots.
All right.
Can't put them on a hill, but...
Oh, they got little brakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's starting to sound expensive.
No.
Not expensive. You know, you could probably makeshift a lot of that stuff from the stuff you have in store.
Yeah.
He looks around at all the plastic crap that he has and sort of thinks none of it is... none of it is viable for what you're saying, but yeah, okay.
Okay, again, I just want to remind you that I am building an army.
This is when you also notice that the toy guns he has in the shops are the same toy guns he's strapped to each of the Guardian ears. They have.
Oh no!
So they look like security guards.
Oh, Guardian ears.
Oh, they're very cute.
Okay, again, I just want to bring back to the point that yes, we are starting an army, which I'm trying to imply until absolutely a threat.
Okay. He starts nervously looking at the exit.
But I can also talk to plants, and I am going to convince them to stop growing, and I will starve this whole town out.
Another threat.
Another threat. I'm going to roll intimidation again.
Okay. It's already intimidated. He may run this time.
Oh shit, I'm not doing that.
Let's see what the roll is. Let's see how you go.
Okay. I'm scared now.
Freya and I fold our arms and stand in front of the exit.
Oh shit, it's an 18.
He turns to run and barrels straight into
Freya!
Morrigan and Freya.
Nah, Freya's strong as hell.
Okay, give me
Morrigan,
some strength checks.
do some magic.
Strength checks to see if you manage to stop him from bundling through you. The sounds of success. How we go there, Freya?
15.
Oh, actually, what? How are you groaning about a 15?
Plus what?
No, it's a -1, so it was 16.
Oh, now it's 15. Okay.
Okay, that's really not groanable.
20 minus 1.
Yes, and the bodyguards are back.
Somehow
we
the two
both
of you.
have -1.
I know.
And look at us.
Because the game wants us to unionize these
Yes.
plants.
Hirosham falls over when he hits you both and looks up at these two people he can't believe look intimidating. He's looking at you. How are you two scary? But he backs away from you all now, and he's terrified. He's at a level that maybe he won't be able to do anything unless you can talk him down from this. He's scared.
Okay, you're
okay.
okay.
He's pulling money out of places and starting to offer you. Just go away. I'll just go.
Oh, no, we don't want your money. We just want a better life for these plants.
He looks at you. He doesn't trust you now at all.
Yeah.
With the violence and the threats.
Yes.
That you brought to the negotiation table.
Well, he wasn't really playing ball either.
I don't think he had many disagreements at the start.
He had plenty.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's how we got here.
He puts away the money that he offered you.
Okay.
Give that money to the plants.
Yeah, what she said. Fuck it.
Is it just the money now?
And the pots.
Oh, okay.
Really
Bigger
pots. Good living conditions. Quality,
and a botanist.
Quality wages.
A botanist.
It won't cost that much.
Oh my God, every now and then it's like a vet. You don't need a vet on staff all the time if you have a puppy.
It's also an investment in your future. Like these costs now will, in the long term, better your future. These plants will last longer. You'll be able to get more jobs.
Yes, and a botanist can make more plants happen from these plants so it can actually multiply.
True.
Your workforce.
These are truths.
You're suggesting that he should breed his staff.
Oh, fuck.
Now we want to understand the complexities of the economy.
I hear it now. Okay.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll for this one, please. Morrigan and Kaa'Riin.
Didn't Freya?
Did you throw something in there as well?
It wasn't Freya that said give the money to the plants? Oh, no, because Morrigan was just talking. Got it. Yep. All right, 17.
Bloody hell.
Plus, oh, no, -1. Shit, 16.
Okay.
13 plus 4.
You're both successful, and Hirosham stands up, tries to gather himself and look like a businessman, a prestigious businessman as far as he's concerned, and he puts out his hand to shake on it. Again, this is not a visual medium.
My hand's out, ready to shake.
Okay, he grabs your hand and shakes it, and yeah, congratulations.
Wow.
The plants have unionized.
Yay for the plants.
The plants in the background cheer, as plants would. There's a lot of rustling involved when plants cheer. One of them yells out. Did you get the dental? The one with the brown teeth. And it's that point you realise you did not get the dental.
We did promise them a fraction.
Yeah, look, we promised you a fraction. We actually got 2/3.
And he held his very painful jawline.
Okay.
So, okay, that's great for everybody else but me. But that's how it
Get a bit of
goes, I
salt water,
suppose.
soak it.
Salt water, exactly what you should put in your plants. Plants love
Don't let
a
it
bit of
drip on
salt
your
water.
roots.
Okay, I'll be back with further demands later, but you got to give it a couple of years.
Yeah.
All right. Do you
At
want,
least 5 to 6.
do you want to do anything else in the Purple Pearl?
Oh, no, we came to get food for what's her name?
Yeah,
We
the
got
Purple Pearl doesn't
distracted.
sell food.
Oh, okay.
Well, we best go.
Well, we had a win.
We take his money and
Ta-da.
spend it on food.
And
Yeah.
you're heading back into the street?
It's our union
Yeah.
I
fees.
say I'll be back in a couple of years to
couple of
revisit.
years.
Oh, well, whenever.
He nods and goes, a couple of years, right. Taps his nose a little bit. I see, I hear you. I've got a couple of years. to-"
Soon, very soon.
Okay, yep. He gets nervous. He sits back in his chair.
Or I'll send a representative.
Oh, great. More threats.
Okay, bye, Harshin. It was so nice to meet you. Okay, bye.
You too, bye.
You're going to be a thriving business. We're so
Thank
happy
you,
for you.
go.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
And he puts his head on the bench as you leave.
Was a job well done, ladies.
Finally, we unionised something.
Didn't know where you were going with that, but I was happy to support you.
Back in the streets, more hustle, more bustle, and people still singing and some even dancing as they go past you. You look up above you and you can see somebody, you might remember this from Kaa'Riin, the clotheslines hung between the streets between taller buildings, and it's a girl putting clothes above the streets as she sings away.
Sweet love of mine, flying high above clouds, hair in the wind on the old harpy's howl.
And so the noise of the street continue to echo around, and you hear yet another spruiker calling out.
Hi, I'm Andrea, known as Pre online, and I play Heather Marvella, the owner of the finest magical bookstore in all of Kaylee. Hello? Hello. Oh dear, how does one turn this foolish thing on? Oh, there it is. It's working. Excuse me, everyone. Could you just listen for a moment? I have something important to say. It's about books, people. Books! Why isn't anyone listening? Don't you care? Yes, sir. Yes, you. The tall man with the big teeth. Oh my. Quite big teeth. Surely you love to read? Not even Hasselbog's Gastronomicron. A guide to grilling the grotesque? Someone else, perhaps. What about you, young lady? Yes, you, the one with that massive axe and pink hair? I mean, who even goes shopping with an axe? Well, you do, and it's quite the bold choice indeed. Perhaps you'd be interested in glad glitz and spiky bits. It's a coffee table photo journal of women's weaponry in the 1350s. It's really quite good. Yes, quite good. Oh, I gave up. People used to be intelligent around here.
And she walks back into her bookshop. You can still smell the sweet aroma of food if you wish to.
Yeah, we've really got to get Kay some food.
You can ignore her. What would you like to do?
Split up.
I love when you do that. I love it.
Should we do a quick check? Because I feel like you've done something on purpose.
You wouldn't write for no reason.
You know that I sometimes do write for no reason.
And then, if we'll go, we'll just go to get the food, you'll just be like, a rip. Shark.
Writing for nothing.
And I'll just keep scroll.
Just because the name of the nearest food court is the Red Herring Food Court.
That was you.
That was she was doing impressions of me. Why, thank you.
Wow. Miss all of that. Just keeps getting better. I'm kidding.
Fine. I'll do my impersonation of Indy playing this game. Can I sneak attack from here?
Don't forget to yawn.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yawn in the middle of anything exciting. You are now falling 400 meters. Oh, I love this game. Oh, I do.
You're crying.
All right. Do you want to go to? I love this because this is. Do you want to go to the bookshop or do you want to keep shopping at Red Herring Food Court?
No, I'll go to the bookshop.
Just a quick little, one.
Oh, just a quick look at the bookshop. Yeah, sure.
Well, I wonder. Okay, I've got an idea.
Okay.
Maybe Darkon has left the book here.
Yeah, that sounds like something that would happen.
Well,
or maybe there's
it
like a
might
little
be.
cafe in the bookshop because they sometimes have those in like at least in American stores. I've seen that.
Do we
in
need
videos.
coffee? We should get coffee.
Actually, in real life, need
You
a coffee.
could get a coffee if you'd taken any of Hiroshim's money that he offered you. Just, or if you'd charged for your union services. 2 opportunities to have money that have passed you by.
I just feel.
Should we go back?
We're better people than
best for us that if our humble and kindness got around amongst the plants, that's going to work out for us later.
All right.
I didn't do it for that reason. I'm just saying it'd be weird if we went back now and went, oh, yes.
And I can steal anything, so it's all right.
Yeah. You gave us
I
an
love that
A-grade
attitude.
thief.
As you move towards the bookshop, Heather Morbella, the owner of the bookshop, says, "You with the axe? I've seen that before in one of my books."
Oh.
Yeah. If you help me with a small problem.
Yeah.
It won't take much of your time.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
Show me
I
your
think
paw.
There'd be very much. She has no thorns anywhere near her. She requests help with a bookworm. I found some bookworm droppings this morning when I opened the door.
Yeah, I love this.
At the shop, and when I came inside, there was a whole shelf of books missing.
Because they ate it?
Clearly eaten by the bookworm.
You reckon Katie would eat a worm? 2 problems.
So little respect.
Any more than
I know.
what we've done.
What if we like saute it and like?
It's gonna we've got to kill the worm.
Look, it's your choice. You've got to figure out how to deal with the worm, if you wish to deal with the worm, or you can return to Red Herring Food Court.
We are
We'll
more
go to the
than-
pharmacy and
You've
we'll
already-
get some of those little chocolate squares and leave them around the shop.
We are more than happy to help. We're really here on a mission of goodwill to help people right now. Before the world ends. So we are...
Oh, good.
Nothing for you to stress about.
No,
Don't you worry your
okay.
pretty little head about
Fine.
that.
Thank you.
So would you like to maybe direct us to where you've seen the droppings recently?
Well, they were in the doorway when I came in, and then I thought I saw something in the back corner, but then when I went there was nothing there. And then all my books were gone, and that bothered me. And the bookstore around her is a mess. There's books piled on these extraordinary angles that look like they shouldn't be holding themselves up, and creating archways by leaning into each other. There are rare illuminated manuscripts just sitting right next to books of far less repute and value. The books aren't really well sorted.
I mentally start mapping the store and creating a new plan for how it's going to look.
For when you finish this game and take over the
Through colour
Heather Mobella's
coding.
bookstop.
Color-coded. There's going to be a section for the manuscripts. They're going to be like organized by date. It's going to be beautiful.
But that's all you know so far. What would you like to do?
How do we catch a worm?
Yeah. So for a rodent, you'd leave
I believe you've got to be the early bird.
That's true.
Thank you.
Who turns into animals?
What do you mean, who turns into animals?
I forgot. It's been a while since we played.
After 3 years? Oh, which one of you can do that? It's so hard.
Everyone else's skills are so meaningless to me.
I can do magic.
Well, I know it's not me anymore.
Who did I steal that skill from?
Early bird, early bird.
I can't turn into a bird. I have no flight.
Oh, okay.
But I have many
But
other
thank
things.
you for bringing it up.
So thank you for reminding me, Alana. But I do have lots of other little animals that are quick.
And it's not like we could use a book for a bait because there's
it's
so
a
many books
bookworm.
in here.
Yes. Now it's okay because I could become something with.
What eats a worm? How big's this worm we're talking?
We haven't seen it, but bookworms, Heather Morbella says bookworms are quite large, the size of an arm.
Okay, what about a Komodo dragon?
Yuck.
Meta AI is the personal AI that's tailored to you, now with its very own app. It's built to get to know you, offering helpful answers and inspiration. Looking for something to add to your bucket list? Meta AI goes beyond traveling the world. It remembers you're a basketball fanatic and suggests you attend one of the playoff games. Just start typing or speaking to get the answers you need, wherever and whenever, because Meta AI is your personal AI. Download the Meta AI app, now available on the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can maximize any road trip. And as your vacation maximizationer, I'm going to make sure you hear the maximum sizzle of Comfort Inn's free hot breakfast. Let's get real close. Maximum apple. Now that's fresh crispimization. Maximum waffle. Hear that crunch. And that's maximum coffee. Oh yeah, that's the pour I'm talking about. Breakfast maximized before hitting the road. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Your solution to everything when it's food related is Komodo dragons.
A big maggot.
Love to eat.
Is it really?
Last time you ate the gem.
Why are you picturing maggots?
I don't know. It's a worm.
In my head, he's just
shape.
got a giant tongue.
Komodo dragon.
Yeah, they do.
That can go.
Oh, so you're just picking animals based on tongue size.
Doesn't everyone?
That sentence did not sound like I thought it would sound.
I yes ended and I regret it.
I felt bad.
Feral
my
freaking
Lord.
guy say.
I have a friend who does listen to this occasionally, and that'll be bothered, but I have a friend who eats those little tins of fruit, those little containers of yogurt, without a fork. Without a fork. Without a spoon.
What? No, that's
I
not
know,
okay.
no one else likes it either.
That's illegal.
That's just tongue in and
Nah,
down it goes.
that's illegal.
And we're like, why? What's the show for here? Who's this for?
Oh.
I don't know. And he's so lazy. This is how I'm picturing. He's so lazy, he just doesn't want to clean one spoon. Anyway, have you got a thing you do? Have you ever done a thing really lazy with food?
Yeah, I've gone to the movie theaters and I'm like, oh, the popcorn bowl is too far away, so I've just poured it on top of my chest and just I can sit in a certain way where it's like chin level and I can just stick a tongue out and catch a piece of popcorn and pull it.
I can't beat that. No one at this table can beat that.
Just like a little frog.
Oh my god.
That's peak lazy.
That is next level.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
I am sitting here when I was a uni student, I used to pour cordial in my mouth and add water later. I think it was impressive. But wow, who else does? I'm popcorn boobs.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a built-in shelf and
That's not what anyone else has been calling it.
popcorn sticks to your tongue, so you don't even need to use your hands. You can stick their hands free and just...
Wow.
I haven't done it in a very long time, but yeah, when I was younger.
Gotta tell ya.
This makes me feel like as life got less perky, the popcorn got
the shelf got lower.
Yeah, so actually evolved. Her tongue just got longer.
Yeah. I had to switch to
And
churros.
then we introduced the yogurt.
Oh man! Just imagine. All I'm thinking of is the chicken salt. So,
chicken salt?
No, you put chicken salt on your popcorn.
No.
Why am I now pointing at my own boobs as if that's how when everybody else does this?
Shaking salt onto his chest.
Oh no, sorry, the chicken salt, the butter.
It's butter and salt.
No, you get burnt by the hot butter.
No, like if you go to a movie theater, it's cold popcorn,
that's true,
right?
true.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's a fresh homemade stuff.
no,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
practically
I
cardboard
just
salt.
don't do popcorn at movies because I don't own that sort of money.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
There's no kids here, so we have popcorn money.
that's what real wealth is called. We have popcorn money.
that dink life.
Oh, that is yes. Dink life is so good.
Well, I was going to ask everybody else what their corners.
I got nothing
what
on that.
corners
I got
you
nothing
cut.
either.
But I don't think anybody's going to beat boo corn.
You're welcome.
Okay, what would you like to do about the bookworm after that sizable
okay.
diversion?
Thank you very much.
I didn't mean sizable that way. No, you don't look at me like that. You just looked at me
You
with this.
wild animal.
Okay, so it's a worm that is arm-sized.
Yeah, they're big.
So can we organize the books into like, say 4 piles that we can easily monitor so that we can see? Because like, surely
Sure,
it's
you can.
hiding right now, right?
Is it like a nocturnal thing?
You guys
She
know
came
very
in.
little about bookworms.
Yeah.
Very little.
Do you have a
Sadly.
book on bookworms?
There you go.
A book on bookworms.
Oh, the bookmark. I just found it in my back pocket.
No, that thing's long gone. That she thinks that she could, but it could be anywhere. Doesn't even try to look. Just
What's
looks
your
around.
system?
The system is more books come in all the time, and they just get piled on the old books, and books never get to go out. No one buys books around.
Girl, I relate. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay.
She looks at her shelf of shame, which is actually labelled the shelf of shame, and it's just the entire section of books.
Oh, girly. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to find that specific book. I think it would be easier to find a worm in this stack of books than it would be find a book in this stack of books.
I just don't know what kind of skill would be helpful here.
Why isn't there one called bookworm fighting? That would be convenient right now.
Where's my bookworm spell?
Yeah, I can't see it here.
Are bookworms magical?
Give me an
Yes,
Arcana
they
check.
are.
I was going to say it myself.
Well, you asked the question.
It's a 20. She found the bookworm.
She's already rolled her 20 for the day. Thank you very much. We got that
I
out
rolled two
early.
20s today.
I hope
God
you
damn.
roll another one just for
Shits
Cory's
and
sake.
gigs. Yeah, not so much. 9 plus 5.
You don't know enough about bookworms to decide whether or not they are magical or not.
Okay.
Probably
cool.
not is your inkling.
Probably not. That's all right.
they're
Does
just
it have a
animals.
tattoo?
Not every animal has to be. Can I talk to the bookworm?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't turn it. Okay.
We got this.
For the listeners, the girls are currently flummoxed by the bookworm puzzle.
Flummoxed is great.
Does anyone have like I'll get your notebook out and lure it with that.
I mean, it's got plenty of other options. Why would it choose my notebook over the...
Yeah, that's a good question. Fresh notebook pages.
I thought.
So different from the other pages
I'm
in the
so
bookstore.
fucking sorry for having an idea.
You know what, though?
Can I unionize them?
You know what? Have you noticed any kind of pattern with the books it seems to be eating? Like, is it only eating the stuff that's been sitting around or the new stock that's coming in?
And we should do an insight check.
And an investigation.
Perhaps it's the size of the books, but it does seem to like children's books.
I'm going to roll investigation.
Don't know. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Right. 12 plus 4. 16.
The section of books that is missing is they're all children, young adult books. That's the section. It could just be that was the section it was chewing away in, but
not with this lady's organisation.
Picture books specifically?
No, she doesn't organise very well, but that section, at least that part that was labelled that way.
Okay.
Books on shelves are in the right spot. Books on the floor are not.
Do you have any other children's or young adult books that haven't been eaten yet?
Very good question. Very good question. She starts looking through the new arrivals. What happens is unfortunately, when people pass away in this area, they just donate their books to her, which is great. She gets a whole bunch of free books, but of course, people just don't buy them the way they used to. And that's one of the things she says, the people just don't buy them the way they used to, as an imaginary voice said just seconds before I said it.
Back in my day.
But she does pull out a book, The Very Hungry Bookworm Pillar, and trademark, copyright.
And as you turn all the pages, the pillar gets bigger.
and there's holes in the food.
Yeah.
There's a chomp.
It strangely doesn't do well. It's not a very good book here. It's not 50 years old, and I think it's just had its 50th anniversary. The other book that I'm not talking about.
Really?
I buy that book for every newborn baby.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my go-to every single time. That book that we're not talking about.
The most recent one we bought for a baby shower was Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Which is this lovely
That's a
little-
good one.
Good idea. I believe that's been read by Samuel L. Jackson. You can find it online. So I think that's if not,
yes.
why not?
And also someone from Play School.
Someone from Play School.
Is that another
or
one of those?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Is this another one of these chances where we can say to people around the world who don't know what we're talking about? Like, is Play School?
No, Play School's got to be global.
I don't know.
I think it is, but with different people.
Well, it would be different people.
The
but-
windows?
Do you get the part? Okay, dear
I just remember
listeners,
the windows.
do you have Play School? It is a kids show if you don't know what I'm talking about. But at one stage, the best part of the show is when they go to the windows.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Right, and they show you 3 windows.
Yes, and you have to pick which window. I
You
got too
pick, it's
excited
either
about that.
No, you did not. That is exactly how excited you get every time you do
It
it.
was like, oh, I got which one?
And I
It's
honestly,
Arch
I
every time.
swear to God, I've always picked the correct one. I've never
Really?
been wrong. In my mind,
Oh,
I must be one of those
square,
kids who
or
just
circle?
Yeah, square, circle, or arch.
And I always
it's
chose
always
arch.
Yeah, ditto.
Either it's always arch or I'm 100% in my own mind of picking these for many, many, many years of just going, we're going again. That and the rocket that used to turn around slowly, or the tree.
Oh.
And if that makes no sense to you at all,
Okay, and the
Look up Play
final
School.
thing about Play School, which was absolute bomb, and when they played this song, I lost my goddamn mind. Bags, bags, bags. They're very useful things. If we didn't have bags, what would we used to put a lot of things in? And then they'll show all these different types of bags. It was the best. No one?
No,
You don't share
I
that?
don't
I do
remember
not
that. It was
recall
beautiful.
I think you invented your own Play School.
No, I didn't. And they had all these different types of bags, like shopping bags and handbags and backpacks. That's how I learned about the different types of bags. All right.
Anyway, there is a kids book.
Okay, we have bait. Now we just need a trap.
Me.
Freya's just going to sit on the floor holding the book.
Yes.
Yeah, you could look like a child reading it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes. Shift.
Yeah.
Child reading book. Yes. Bait.
It doesn't make sound when you shift. You don't have to, but you make a sound anyway, just so everyone else knows that
You
you're doing
went
it.
like full baby. You
How old did you go to? You went a bit
I
too.
know.
Oops.
I can read.
Okay, so about 14. Yes, so we're talking somewhere around the 4-5 range.
Yeah.
4-5 range, and find yourself a nice section in the corner.
Is there a reading nook somewhere?
There is a reading
There's
nook.
always a book nook.
Book nook.
As you're doing that, as you're sitting there, and I assume everyone else stays very, very still.
I'm turning into a constrictor snake.
Okay. What do you normally do when we stay very, very still? I myself turn into a giant constrictor snake.
No, because they can just let me do that first.
Okay.
Because they can.
Do you have a
stay
sound effect you
very
like to do? Your snake? Okay, great.
I'm going to crouch behind the counter with my little eyes poking out and just stay really still. Watch the
You
show.
just sit there and eat your popcorn. And the other question we always get asked is, does the snake come with any appendages this time?
Not this time. We're going for
this time?
still and stealthy.
No boobs. Okay.
But it's got a pink belly as always.
A pink-bellied snake.
You know, like red belly, black snakes. But a
Oh,
pink,
yeah,
pink
yeah.
belly, black snake.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so while you're sitting there, everyone's quiet. You notice something poking its head out from behind a bookshelf.
Oh, cute.
And as that little fella pokes his head out, well, that is where we end.
Oh, we're done.
Ah,
That is where we end part 1.
awesome.
Don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. It's just a sudden ending. It happens all the time. So maybe there's danger or just a clever line. But don't worry about them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Right?